Hi everybody, welcome to my day 4 of my 30 for 30 challenge. As you can see today, I'm in my mobile office, my car. I do spend a lot of time here because both of my daughters are dancers. They're both in a dance company. They're members of Redonda Ballet company, and so they have rehearsals. They take many classes throughout the week. My older one also helps teach classes, so she is very much involved with the studio. So we spend a lot of time here, and due to pandemic, parents aren't allowed to be in the studio. In the past, I used to be able to sit inside, observe the classes, and do a little bit of work on the side. But nowadays, I do some work in the car. When the girls are at dance studio, I try to maximize the way I spend my time. And that's what I want to talk to you about. See, there's this thing called time management, but in reality, we cannot manage time. See, we all have the same amount of time. We get 24 hours in a day. If we are blessed and lucky enough to wake up in the morning and be given this amazing gift, a brand new day, never before lived, and one of a kind that will, once it's done, it goes away and never comes back. So we all get the same amount of time in that day. What we can manage and what we should learn how to manage is our activities. What we choose to do in the amount of time that we have. Because every single human being on this planet has the exactly same amount of hours in a day, and we get to choose how to spend those hours. So when we're talking about time management, what we're really talking about is prioritizing and choosing what we want to spend our time on. Now, in the past, I used to sleep as long as I could because I would stay up really late at night, sometimes grading papers or preparing for a project or presentation, but sometimes just watching TV, trying to shut off my brain and try to get away from all of the troubles and issues that I didn't really want to face. And so I would sleep in as long as I could. I would wake up at the last possible minute to have just enough time to throw some clothes on, wash my face, put on some cream, and grab breakfast, get the kids ready for school. But, starting your day that way isn't good. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your mental health. It's definitely not good for your state of mind or just feeling like you're in control of your day. You wake up with that kind of energy and your day is just busy, just reacting to everything that's coming at you. Once I learned how important that is, how you start your day is truly important. And I actually remember the moment when that became really clear to me, and I decided to make a change. A few years ago, after my mammogram, I got a call from my doctor saying, they were seeing something on a mammogram they didn't like. It was very suspicious. They wanted to double check it. And so I had to go for a biopsy. I was lucky, thank God, it was just a cyst. So the biopsy came back benign. However, being on that table in a hospital, I had a really powerful aha moment. I realized, how fragile our human life is. I realized I came very close to understanding my mortality. And, being a single mom with 2 girls, and I live far away from my family. My family is back in Slovakia. I chose to stay and live in Los Angeles even when I became a single parent, because I didn't want to give up on my dream. And I certainly don't want to be a parent, who was playing small, who was afraid, who was letting fear make decisions and guide my decisions. Even though in some areas I still had fears and things, but I chose to stay here, and I chose to stand on my 2 feet and raise my daughters. And I've always wanted to be a good role model for them. And I'm always striving to grow and be better and do better. I make a lot of mistakes, and this personal evolution journey has been taking some time. But that's why I know where I've been, and I know that many people in the world are there, and it's not, you don't have to stay there. You can take charge, you can take control over your day. So that day of biopsy and my realization about my mortality, um, I made a really important decision that day. And I decided to prioritize things like my health. You know, up until that point, I was always too busy and too tired to exercise. I used to be a martial artist. I used to be a dancer. I played classical piano. And when I started working as a theater arts teacher in high school, my days were really long because besides teaching a full day and driving to work 45 minutes or an hour and a half when there was traffic, I also had to run after school programs, and I had to direct plays or organize concerts and events. So I spent hours and hours and hours at work, and I was missing out. I was missing out on being with my daughters. I had to go to work way too early, so I didn't get to drop them off to school. I didn't get to pick them up. I didn't get to help them with homework. I missed out on a lot of important events in their life because I was a teacher and I had responsibilities, and I took my job responsibilities very seriously. But that day I realized that that wasn't worth it, because to my employer, I was just a number. I am replaceable. If I got sick, or God forbid, if I died, there would just be another person who would get my job and continue on. But my daughters would lose their mother, the only parent that they know that has been taking care of them. And so that was very powerful for me to realize that I had to rearrange my priorities. And my health was a priority number one, because without my health, without me feeling good physically, emotionally, and mentally, and spiritually, without my health, I would not be able to be there for my daughters in the best possible way I could be. Not just for my daughters, I wouldn't be able to be the best teacher. I can't be the best life coach. So I do things differently now. I wake up in the morning, and I choose to wake up early in the morning. I don't stay up late. When I can help it, I go to bed by 10, usually 10:30, sometimes 11 when there's a lot of things to do. But I make sure that I go to bed and I wake up early in the morning. I wake up before my daughters are up, and I start my day. First, I start my day being grateful that I woke up, that I have been given this amazing gift, another day of life. A day that's unique, precious, that I get to choose how I spend that day because it is one of a kind. And once that day is over, it never comes back. So in the morning when I wake up, I smile. I tell myself that I am so happy and grateful. I think of something I'm grateful for. Sometimes I journal it. I don't always journal it, but I certainly do not get up out of my bed until I feel in my body, everywhere, I feel gratitude and I feel joy and I feel this wonderful feeling of, don't even know how to describe it, and then I wake up. I either exercise a little bit to get some sweat going, or I hop straight into the shower, and then I do my yoga. I do my yoga every day. I don't exercise every day. I do it 2 or 3 times a week to maintain my health. And then the yoga helps me relax, stretch all of my body, get all of my internal systems in sync, activating all of the chakras, all the energy centers, helps me really get into a calm state of mind. And then I meditate. In my meditation, I go through some affirmations, and I bring into my mental screen my vision of the life that I'm creating for myself and my girls. And then I set an intention for the day, because I have a goal for the day. I want to accomplish something on that day. And so starting my morning, taking control over the day, setting the intention is really powerful. It has changed everything in my life. is changed. And there's a lot of other things that I can share. That will be another day. What you feed your body also affects the levels of energy, the quality of your sleep. But today I'm going to just focus on, setting the intention and the mindset. Being mindful how you start your day is super powerful. And then continuing on throughout the day, right? So many of our daily activities, are very habitual. They become automatic where we don't even think about what we're doing, we're just doing stuff because we're used to it, because it's easy and familiar. But I encourage you to notice and take a minute to stop. Is there a way that you can change some of your routine behavior, make it more efficient, or pause and eliminate things that are just taking away time but are not bringing you more life, not making you feel better or be better or make a difference in the world? Show up as your best self. You see, there's 4 domains, there's 4 areas of life where we create results every single day. And we either create those results automatically, which is by default. So we don't even notice, we just repeat habitual old ways of thinking and feeling and being and acting. So we don't spend much time thinking about it. We just do it, kind of a routine. And then our time goes by and a day after day goes by and nothing really changes. We're living the same day over and over and over again. Or we can create our life by design. When you're creating a life by design, you're being intentional. And when you set an intention and then you actually pay attention to your thinking and paying attention to how your thinking is making you feel and how those feelings then affect the choices of actions that you take, your world will shift 180 degrees. I promise you, if you start paying attention, you will discover that you have a lot of time in a day where you can, instead of watching TV or cruising on social media or checking your email, you can set an intention and instead set aside 10 minutes and read a book, or set aside 10 minutes and meditate and check in with yourself and listen to your body, listen to your intuition, connect with the higher self, with the spirit, with your higher spiritual self, or the universal intelligence that is driving this whole life thing through us, that is giving us life, that is breathing life into us. Check in with it and see what it'll tell you, what it'll guide you to do. But this starts with noticing. It starts with us paying attention and us making conscious choices about what we prioritize, what we do in a day. And you will discover that you have time. You have time to exercise because that's important for your health. And your health is your number one priority. Because without your health, no matter how much wealth you create, you can't truly enjoy it fully and benefit fully from all of the money and resources or anything else that you can create, because the health is a foundation of all. So make time for your health. Make time for choosing to sit down in the morning and give yourself 10 minutes to eat a breakfast. And I don't mean a bagel or a muffin or just a cup of coffee with some sugar in it. That's not a healthy choice for your body. Make a healthy choice. Feed your body nutrition. Food is medicine. Your body is a chemistry lab. It'll produce any chemical that needs to repair, to fix anything, as long as it has the resources and nutrients to work with. So feed your body well. You will have energy, you'll be able to think clearly, and you will discover how much control and how much you can accomplish in a day. Remember, we cannot manage time. Time is our most valuable asset, and it keeps on moving forward. In our human experience, as we understand the time being linear, it's moving forward. You can't pause it, you can't stop it, you can't rewind it. Once it's gone, it's gone. What you can manage is your activities. And even if you start with 5 minutes a day, wake up 5 minutes earlier and start your day intentionally. Take 1 minute, sit in silence, and set an intention. Take a minute to journal. Write 3 sentences. Write what you're grateful for or what you want to accomplish. Write 3 things you want to accomplish that day. What's important to you? Or read a book. Read a page. You don't even have to read more than a page, because if you read 1 page every single day, in 365 days, you will have read 365 pages. You will have gained wisdom and knowledge of 365 pages read. It is definitely way more than none. So next time you're thinking, I'm too busy or I don't have time for something, stop yourself. Don't even say that phrase. Decide how you are going to spend your time. You get to choose. You are in control. So choose wisely. And I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.